A ship this large should not be able to move with surgical precision, but pioneering spirit does exactly that. This is pioneering spirit. At first glance, it looks less like a ship and more like an industrial city floating on the ocean. It was built for a job that almost no ordinary vessel can do, lifting entire offshore platforms out of the sea. Most heavy lift ships use cranes. Pioneering Spirit uses its own body, its ballast system, and a massive open bow. The most important visual feature is the split front. The vessel approaches a platform and surrounds it with two long parallel bows. When the ship is in position, giant lifting beams connect to the platform. Then the vessel changes its buoyancy and takes the weight. The ship is 382 meters long and 124 meters wide. It is wider than many city blocks. Pioneering Spirit has 12 azimuth thrusters. Together, they help the vessel hold position with extreme precision at sea. During a lift, a small mistake can become a huge problem. The sea moves, the platform moves, and the ship must stay steady. The ship does not slowly lift a platform like a crane. It performs a fast, controlled single lift using hydraulic systems and ballast. On deck, Pioneering Spirit carries pipe, machinery, cranes, workshops, storage areas, and systems for offshore construction work. The upper part of an offshore platform is called the topsides. It can include living quarters, processing equipment, power systems, and helipads. Pioneering Spirit can lift topsides weighing up to 60,000 tons. That is the weight of a small industrial district. The steel structure that stands in the water under a platform is called a jacket. Pioneering Spirit can remove these massive frames too. Its jacket lift system is designed for loads up to 20,000 tons, using huge beams at the stern of the vessel. The world has thousands of offshore structures. Some are aging, some are obsolete, and many must eventually be removed safely. Before ships like this, dismantling a platform could mean months of offshore work, many crane lifts, and serious risk for crews. Pioneering Spirit was designed to turn that long dangerous job into a smaller number of controlled heavy lift operations. Its name sounds optimistic, but the ship is also a machine for the end of an era. It helps remove old oil and gas infrastructure. The vessel also installs pipelines and offshore structures. It can work as a construction ship, not only as a demolition ship. What makes it impressive is not only size. It is the way hull design, hydraulics, positioning, and engineering all work together. First, the vessel approaches the platform slowly. The split bow must line up with the structure in the water. Then the lifting arms and clamps connect to strong points on the platform. Every connection must be calculated in advance. Next comes ballast control. By moving water inside its tanks, the ship changes how high it sits in the water. At the right moment, the ship takes the weight. The platform transfers from its old supports to the vessel. This is why the footage looks unreal. It seems like a ship has simply picked up a factory from the sea. The vessel can house hundreds of people. Inside, teams monitor positioning, hydraulics, safety systems, weather, and structural loads. The sea decides when the operation can happen. Engineers wait for a weather window with waves and wind inside safe limits. Even on a calm day, the ocean is never still. That is why the vessel needs power, sensors, and constant correction. The open bow is not a design accident. It is the key that lets the ship move around a platform instead of beside it. Instead of cutting the topsides into many pieces offshore, the ship can carry one huge object back toward shore. That reduces the number of dangerous offshore hours. More work can be done later in controlled conditions at a yard. Some ships are famous for speed, luxury, or weapons. Pioneering Spirit is famous because it solves a brutal engineering problem. Look at the black hull, the white superstructure, the red cranes, the yellow offshore modules, and the wide-open working deck. In AI visuals, this ship must not become a generic cargo vessel. The split bow and heavy lift equipment are essential. The audience should feel scale first, then danger, then engineering intelligence. This is not just a big ship. It is a method. The hidden story is that the ocean keeps the leftovers of industrial history, and someone has to remove them piece by piece. Pioneering spirit is a ship for endings, the end of old platforms, old fields, and old infrastructure standing far from land. At the same time, it builds and installs new offshore systems, so the ship belongs to both demolition and construction. The strongest image for the video is simple, a vessel the size of a skyscraper district lifting a platform from the sea. This topic works because the viewer understands the idea immediately, but the details become more impressive the longer they watch. Pioneering spirit is not beautiful in the way a cruise ship is beautiful. It is beautiful because every strange part has a purpose. It is one of the clearest examples of human engineering becoming almost absurd, a ship built to move pieces of the ocean economy. This is the hook, one ship, one impossible job, and an entire offshore platform lifted from the ocean. To understand the scale, imagine a vessel longer than 3 football fields, carrying offshore equipment like ordinary deck cargo. The unusual twin hull is not decoration. It creates the opening that lets the vessel position itself around a platform. Those huge gray lifting arms are the working hands of the ship. They connect to the platform before the lift begins. The hard part is not only lifting weight. The hard part is lifting weight while the sea is moving underneath everything. After removal, the structure can be transferred to a barge or yard, where crews can dismantle it with much better control. The same vessel can also work with pipelines and offshore installation, which makes it more than a one-purpose machine. Its thrusters allow precise positioning, so the ship can hold itself near a platform without dropping a traditional anchor spread. Every lift is planned like a major engineering event. Weight, center of gravity, weather, sea state, and structural strength all matter. This is why the topic works on YouTube. The audience can see the problem immediately, even before they know the technical terms. One sentence sells the whole video. This ship can lift a piece of an offshore platform and carry it away. For accurate visuals, the ship must keep its black hull, white superstructure, red cranes, and unmistakable split bow. The best ending is not just that the ship is huge. The best ending is that every huge part has a specific job.